don't remember my other stuff either, though.
Well, your last two are always your pets, and one of them's always the Mage Light from the Mages Guild. So that's your 3.
Mage Light, that's one of them. That helps.
So keep those 3 skills on both
yeah.
bars, and then the first 2, just whatever 4 other.
I can't get Mage Light yet. I don't have it.
Really? I thought we unlocked that for you. In the Mages Guild?
Yes, in the Mages.
Oh, I don't have it unlocked either. We got to go get some fucking lore books.
Should I do like Wall of Elements?
No. There's no.
Force Shock?
Destructive
Touch? Or should I just wait it out?
I don't know. I'd have to come look at your screen.
Alright, don't worry about it. Like I said, we'll do it later.
Okay.
I
thought you already had Force Shock.
I don't know. I don't remember. I need to. No, I don't have it because I wouldn't listen.
That's a good one for your Destruction Staff skill line.
Well, it's not going to matter if I don't fill the bar up. I'm probably not going to start using it. So.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready to roll. Thank you for your help. Kind of. Just kidding.
Hello and welcome to Do's in Tamriel, episode 12. I am Scarydrew, and here with me is Scarydoo.
And here with me is a Khajiit climbing all over the desk.
And that sounds pretty standard, of course.
Yeah, you're a bad Khajiit. No, go steal something or bargain somewhere. Hello.
Hello. And we are in, we're in Stonefalls. And I said last couple episodes that this would be the last time, but...
we're at Davin's Watch, the only place I know how to navigate.
Well, there's that, and there's also the fact that the last episode we did, at the very beginning, I realized that we hadn't done the rest of the Fighters Guild quest in Stonefalls, and I was like, oh, we can go do that, and then I promptly followed the wrong quest marker, and we went and did a completely different quest, and by the end of the episode, we never ended up doing that Fighters Guild quest, which is right over here. Find Merrick and Aleph just outside of Ebonheart.
Yeah, and you as the listener, you got a problem with that? It's our show. We're going to do whatever quest we feel like doing.
And we'll do it as sloppy as possible.
As sassily as possible.
You can travel to me.
Oh, okay, thank you. I don't know if I can. This cat is, like, headbutting me and shimmy out, and I hope that was... Oh, my... Okay, she's on my lap. Alright, I'm traveling to Do's in Tamriel now. Your character.
Yes.
Oh, Sissy. Okay.
Do's in Tamriel, the bohemian-looking...
Hipster.
I believe is a what race? I don't even know what race I am. The high elf, bohemian-looking high elf dragon knight in a blacksmithing costume, riding a guar.
Riding a guar.
With a vermilion scuttler pet, which I don't see out.
What costume are you wearing today?
I just said the blacksmith outfit.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that part. You know what? That's all. I don't really have a thing.
And so for the show today, like I said, we are just going to wrap up this Fighters Guild real quick in Stonefalls. I said real quick in Stonefalls, and that's the wrong way. And then we'll go ahead and get started on today's episode. Will be the start of the Llodos plague, which we learned about at the end of the last episode over in Deshaan, the very starting area.
Do you think it's the Llodos plague? I'm sorry.
It might actually be. But no, you know why? It's because the NPC was talking about it and called it the Llodos Plague, I think.
Also, wear an Elder Scroll.
It's very possible I made that up, though.
No, you're probably right. I'm just being a butt.
So we're going to go ahead and get that started. That's in the Serk, which I forget the full name of that town. It's Serkillian or something.
Yeah, it's something odd.
But they also call it the Serk, so that's easier to remember, and that's what I'm going to call it from now on. So
Serk.
We learned on the last episode that there is a plague going on, and the Maulborn have offered a cure for this plague, and they're encouraging everyone to come get the cure for the plague. The problem is it doesn't seem to be working so well. There's some people suspicious of some, what's going on there, and I'm going the wrong way again.
Oh, dear.
Oh. Well, I'm not going the wrong way. I just almost passed where we were supposed to turn off the road. And basically it seems a little fishy that they're encouraging everyone to come to this plague-ridden town for a quote-unquote cure that doesn't appear to be working very well.
Are you saying you're not convinced?
I don't believe that I am, and here is Aleph, so we need to help Aleph defeat the Daedra. So here we go, and
defeating the Daedra is proving to be very easy.
Yeah, that's because these are level 8 and we're now level 15, so...
We're like level badass.
And I discovered the Ember Flint mine, which is apparently nearby here.
Oh, me too. I see that. That's funny.
I like this dragon breath. It's a lot of fun to use.
Oh yeah?
Shoot out the fire from that right there.
Does it make you feel powerful?
Did you see it?
Yes.
Oh, there's a spine snap. And I believe this is the
And
last
then this
guy.
guy.
And I'm going to lock him there. And I'm just going to shoot him with my healing staff, because why not? And blow fire on him. Yeah. There we go. So, after we do this, we'll go ahead and head towards Deshaan and get that Llodos Plague Quest storyline, which will be the entirety of Deshaan. So it's not just going to be this episode involving the Llodos Plague. That's going to be an ongoing storyline in Deshaan that we're going to follow throughout the entire area. That is the main story for Deshaan, which is kind of what we do on the show. We can occasionally do some side quests for leveling purposes and things like that. But for the most part, we just follow the main story for each area, which is actually the Cadwell Silver and Gold storyline. So if you're in the Aldmeri Dominion or the Daggerfall Covenant, when you hit that Silver and Gold content, Cadwell's journal, and I had to find this out, so maybe some people don't know this, when you hit veteran rank, or level 50 basically, you unlock the next area. And I thought it unlocked both of the other factions' areas, but as it turns out, it actually, oh, here's Adif, and there's Merrick, apparently. I don't know. I don't see Merrick. I see another guy here, Wonders Many. This guy's name is Wonders Many Lands. I think he meant Wanders Many Lands, but he spelled it Wonders. I don't think he meant to. I don't know.
Perhaps the ESO crowd isn't the most literate. Just kidding.
That is
trying to insult.
You know what that is? That's a buy to win player.
It's a what?
A buy to win player. Someone who just came back to the game because it's free now. They're not.
Or maybe the correctly spelled name was already taken, and the guy was like, "Whatever, this is good enough." No, I mean really. Sometimes with usernames you have to do that. The internet's a big place.
No, it's funny because now it's Wonders Many Lands, and it just sounds funny.
He wonders about many lands. I have no opinion.
Sees all colors. The Fighters Guild Master.
Sees all colors.
That was a really weird laugh I just did. Caught me off guard. So, anyways,
in the chat on the bottom left, the zone chat, people are talking about boobs.
Boobs are boobs. Scales are not. I think they're talking about the attractiveness of Argonian women.
Well then.
Okay, so we're saving Merrick from the Dremora.
Did you just cross Merrick and Aelif's names? And
So now we have to find Merrick
Did you?
in the island tower. Yes, I did. I'm glad that you pointed that out and didn't let it just go.
Of course I wouldn't let it
wayside.
go. We wouldn't have a show if I didn't, like, if I just let things go, I would be silent.
Okay, so now we gotta go find the island tower, which is, where the heck is that? Oh, I know where that's at. That's way back.
Probably in the water.
Well, it's past the water.
Uh-oh.
But, so what I was saying was Cadwell Silver and Gold, ignore this guy running up to us trying to get us to do his dirty work for him.
What a lazy ass.
Cadwell Silver and Gold, when I first hit 50 on my main character, I thought that once you hit 50 and finished the main quest line and everything, that it unlocked the other two factions' areas to do questing in. But I was wrong. It actually unlocks one of the next two, which for Ebonheart Pact, your silver content is the Daggerfall Covenant content. And so in order to unlock the Aldmeri Dominion content, you have to, hold on a second. You have to finish the main story quest for each of the 5 areas, and that's how you finish Cadwell Silver, and then you go talk to Cadwell or something like that. I don't, spoiler alert, it's not really a spoiler, but, and basically that's what unlocks the third area.
In this game?
What?
Said talking to characters in this game? What?
Well, the fact that it's Cadwell, that might, be a spoiler to some people.
The specific person we'd be talking to.
Mm-hmm. But
How
anyways,
many times can I yawn in a minute?
the point of all that was to say that basically that's what we do on the show, is what would essentially be Cadwell Silver or Gold, even though we started in Ebonheart Pact, so we're not doing Silver or Gold, but the same quests that would be in those Silver and Gold for Cadwell's, what's it called? Cadwell's lore book or something?
We have listeners who already know what we do on the show.
Well, you know.
There are people who like us. You know what? If you don't know what we do on the show, either listen to this episode and figure it out, or listen to old episodes and figure it out.
Well, my main point is that's what the Llodos Plague is. The Llodos Plague quest line is one of the ones that would be in Cadwell Silver or Gold if you were in the Daggerfall or the Aldmeri Dominion. So, but that's coming up as soon as I thought that it was just one part to that quest, but apparently we have to go to this tower as well to go help find Merrick. The Aleph is sending us to go find them, so we're going to go finish that as well, and then we'll get started on that Llodos Plague. There's also some... I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said this is a neat-looking place.
Yeah, actually, I would like to one day, maybe, well, you know, we're past this part now, but this is...
Are you inside? Where are you?
Where are you?
I don't know.
Keep going north. I don't know why you stopped back there.
Oh, because I didn't know that I could keep going north, because this looks like an island. Oh, do I cross? There we go. I did not realize I would cross here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can come over to the right a little bit, too. You'll see me on the next island.
I see ya.
There we go. So,
yeah, it's not a triathlon.
Oh, here's an elite that we can kill.
I'm coming. I can't kill it yet. Sorry. I'm still in the water. Okay, I'm not.
No, you're fine. It's only level 10. I got it.
Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, so close.
So there was some news. There was the latest Tamriel Town Crier yet again this week. Today.
Don't be sad. Don't cry.
What?
The crier.
Oh, okay.
Source of all dad jokes, right here.
That's hilarious. Here's Yofnir Iceblade that we need to talk to. The ghost of Yofnir Iceblade.
I am Yofnir Iceblade.
I am Yofnir Iceblade. Oh, he's the former master of the Fighters Guild. That's interesting. And Doshia, the Dramora, has taken Merrick beneath the island into the vault. So we will go rescue.
Well, I replied in the chat, but I forgot that I can reply in talkie too.
You know, and I was doing that when we were on that episode of Tales of Tamriel a few weeks back. I started typing in the chat, and I was like, wait, I should have said that out loud on the...
Partly, but then... With Tales of Tamriel, I'm like, this is y'all's show. I can't say.
Yeah, like, you don't want to interrupt or like step over anybody's toes or anything, but.
Goonsy99 says that we're great to listen to in the background while they play the game, which is a great idea. Thank you, first of all, for listening, and also that is good because then you don't have to look at our faces.
Yeah, and
you don't have to look at us running in circles or me getting lost.
If you
you can hear the show.
If you are in the Ebonheart Pact, you can... Ooh, I think Maulborn Ball's talking to us.
I'm being attacked and I'm gonna fight back because it's fun.
Did you come down?
Yeah.
You came down here?
Yeah,
Is this a solo quest? Oh, you're past me.
No, I'm not. Did you go in?
I believe this is a solo area, so
you're on your own.
I
see your ground. Okay, that's cool.
So, anyways, and yes, Ingvar, I think we did finally get the echo issue figured out. There was still a little bit today, and it was last week as well. And I found out it's because I had Skype accidentally muted, so XSplit was picking up my mic, and then Skype was picking up her mic. But
I told him I can't hear you through my headset, and he's like, "What's your problem? Maybe you haven't plugged in wrong."
No,
I'm sorry, he did not sound like a Valley Girl.
Not at all. Why do you make me sound like a horrible person?
Oh, I think it's in the recording. They can go back and
you judge for you be the judge.
You be the judge, and you didn't sound like a Valley Girl.
But yeah, so I found out that because we tested it, everything sounded fine, and then all of a sudden, like right when we were getting ready to start the I hate this fight.
Oh boy.
I hope you don't struggle with this one because I struggled with this early on.
Well, maybe I should have done my second skill bar.
She turns into one of those, I forget what they're called, but basically what she does is she summons the little balls that
I hate
where they heal her. Yeah.
I died a lot of times doing this.
I'm going to do my best to try and... Actually, she seems to be dying fairly quickly because we're higher level, so that should
bigger.
That should hopefully help. That's when she starts summoning the balls, but you should be able to do enough damage.
Now, how do you deal with the balls? I forget.
You have to hit. You can just tap it with your staff.
Oh, she's dead. Well then,
that's good.
That was a disappointment, actually.
It's because we're a little out leveled for this quest.
Yeah, no, it was fun. I was just like, oh man, I thought that was gonna be more of a challenge. I don't think she even got to the balls.
Oh yeah, you know, if you can, yeah, that's what I was saying. Ingvar is he said he made a Nightblade in Ebonheart, and he's trying to catch up to us. He's only level 7. But yeah, if you ever are listening to the show and you're playing while you listen and you have a character, if you can find us, you know, because we usually mention where we're traveling around at, then feel free to just come follow us. And if you ever want to whisper me in game, it's at Scarydrew in game, and I can even invite you to the group to follow around, help us kill stuff, whatever.
Yeah, that would be great. Engwar's on it. Made an Ebonheart pact.
I just said that.
Wait. Oh, you said that? I thought you were listening. Trying to find us. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I can't hear you that well because somebody wouldn't close the door and cover up the sound of the fountain. So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't know that was the issue. I think you were trying to say that, and I'm just terrible at listening to you, so I'm sorry.
No, you offered anyway. So I really have only myself. So once I kill her, I can leave. Talk to Merrick.
So, yeah, Merrick is talking about this Mortum Vivicus.
I do want to say something really quick in regards to the mics being better. We hit our Kickstarter goal. Shout out to my brother Nick, who chose no reward when he donated the difference, and then messaged me to say I still had to give him a shout out, even though he chose no reward. But thank you, Nick, for doing that. We really appreciate it. We had, again, prepaid for the setup with a credit card, so hoping that basically one of our family members would bail us out. So my little brother, who is wonderful and ruggedly bearded,
yes,
finished the Kickstarter out.
Also,
so
huge thanks to Knight's Knight from ESORP, as well as Mike, aka KDR Mickey from Elder Scrolls Off the Record, and us also to Smiter of Slags and Tamriel Drifter as well, for kicking in and helping us get that accomplished. Now, that being said,
you didn't forget one. I was gonna try to do a gotcha on you.
No, I got it. I almost forgot one, but then I remembered.
Still in there?
No, I'm leaving right now.
Oh, you got your load screen because it's showing you as in there.
I just left. That's why the load screen's up, because I'm a little slow sometimes trying to talk and play at the same time.
No, you're fantastic.
Anyways, huge shout out to all of those people that helped kick in some money for our Kickstarter. Obviously, you can tell the quality of our audio is vastly improved.
Thank you. I can't believe you people gave us money. Thank you.
You've returned Merrick.
Yes. So that now that being said, there is still 5 days left on the Kickstarter. So we do have a $2,000 stretch goal for a new computer. So get on that, people.
You like how we went from $350 to a $2,000 stretch goal?
That was purely. I had mentioned this before. That was purely an issue of like on Family Guy when they think that Lois's dad is dying and he's trying to write like a eulogy thing, and he makes a request for everyone to please send one roller coaster. And he says if just one person follows through with this, it'll have been a success. So it was mostly a gag, but I figured, what the hell, if there's some millionaire out there that just says, what the hell, I'm going to give you $2,000, why not just add that in? You know, we got what we needed, but if some crazy rich asshole wants to kick in $2,000, and why not?
Don't call them an asshole. They're like the best saint on earth.
You know, that does sound bad for people that don't know me, because I throw that around so often.
Yeah, no,
it doesn't actually mean I'm calling you an asshole. It's just something I like to say because it's fun.
Well, well, we didn't expect anybody. We didn't expect to make the Kickstarter. For the most part, we kind of just did it to try. Why can't I find you?
I'm outside.
Yeah.
I talked to the guild master. Sees all colors.
See you. I see your crown. I see your crown on my navigation bar. I don't see you here at all.
Did you finish the quest?
I thought so.
Yeah, that's why. You're in a different phase right now. Just give me a second to finish talking
okay.
to
So
her.
when you're done talking to this dude, we'll be done then?
Yafnir.
His passage down the river called me to
Wait, but there's still a black quest marker on here. Did I not finish it? What was I supposed to do in here? I talked to Merrick.
Yeah.
Was I supposed to do anything else?
Did you when you came out, was there Sees All Colors up here to talk to?
I don't remember.
Like right outside. So moving on.
Going back in.
Because that's it for this part of the quest in Stonefalls, and we'll find you again in Deshaan.
It has a black quest marker, so I think I have to go back in.
Well, I can't. We'll finish it later.
Okay, I'm gonna come back out then.
Yeah. And you can just travel to me. You don't have to come back out. Just give me a second to travel where I need to go.
Well, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say real quick. We didn't expect anyone to give us money anyway. Let alone the 150 that Smiter of Slags threw down, so that Andrew would have to sit on balloons filled with rum and coke, which is still gonna happen. We're not.
No, with Jack and Coke.
Oh, Jack and Coke. That's
Yes.
right.
And we'll probably do that either this weekend or next weekend. We'll record that and throw it up on YouTube just for you, Smiter of Slags. Well, I mean, anybody can watch it, but
it's not like they didn't pay for it. But somebody, here, God damn it! I didn't pick up the frigging journal, and that was it.
Oh, that's okay.
That was
well,
it.
at least that's it. Now you can just run out real quick.
Yeah, no, I'm running back out now.
I'm going to cover some things while you run back out and talk.
Yeah, I apologize. When we're not on the show, I would say apologize. I apologize.
we like to add do into every word, and sometimes we like to sing songs and replace all the lyrics with do or doodle or things like that.
I was in the other room earlier, let's be real, the bathroom, and he was singing do songs for like 5 minutes. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I was. It was actually the theme song for Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
Yeah. Well, one of the things is I can hear myself through the headphones because I have the mic plugged into the headphones plugged into the microphone. And so when I can hear myself, it like tempts me to sing because I can hear myself singing through the headphones.
See, when I can hear myself, it tempts me not to sing.
These are the embarrassing stories of us.
Yes. I mean, if you can imagine the voice that you listen to, that we all know is not one of the prettier voices of the many Elder Scrolls Online podcasts, and I am no Thais, let's be honest.
Face.
What?
Face.
Thais. That's what I said. That's what I thought I said.
You said Thais.
Oh my god. It's close enough, damn.
I'm sorry.
You have to open those gates.
Anyway, she's gonna know who I'm talking about. She's gonna know that I'm talking about her. Anyway, I don't remember where I was going with that thing.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, I genuinely don't remember.
Anyways, so as I was saying earlier, there was the latest issue of the Tamriel Town Crier that was released today, and you can check that out to see other people like us. We were on there again, which is always nice. I really appreciate Zos including us on their Tamriel Town Crier. It looks like we're going to be like a regular thing on there as long as we keep doing the show. So that's always...
Don't jinx it.
I know, right? I just ruined it. But, that's really nice that they do that as a feature for the community. They also do the Tamriel Town Chronicle... Tamriel Chronicle? I think that's what it's called, Tamriel Chronicle. And that one features fan art, fan music, things like that. Whereas this one, the Tamriel Town Crier, features podcast videos, YouTube, things like that. So you can check that out. It's got everybody on there. Some new faces are on there. It's got ESORP. It's got Quest Gaming Network, LOOND. It's got Deltia's Gaming. Tales of Tamriel. It's got the works on there. So
the best of the best, and then they stick us on there because I feel sorry for us.
No one has an iota of patience.
So yeah, if you like our show, you'll probably like them too. That's what inspired me to do a show with
You will like them.
And it was listening to these other shows and checking out some of these other guys that are on there. So
if you don't like all of those people, you have a problem because they're the nicest people and they're fun. Am I right?
The other news, yes. Sorry,
I need some backup here.
I was finishing this quest dialogue. Are you over here? You can talk to this.
I'm coming up. I'm slow, but I'm swimming. I had a hard time finding you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's not your fault. It's my fault for digging up the quest again.
No, it's okay. You could have just traveled to me. Have you traveled to me?
No.
Oh, travel to me. I'm nowhere near you.
Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah. I see that. Oh. But I could have warred over to you very slowly.
Speaking of Tales of Tamriel, by the way, name stolen, but otherwise awesome, the Bethesda store is now selling pre-orders for a new lore book for the Elder Scrolls Online specifically, and it is Tales of Tamriel, Volume 1, The Lands. Now, this is awesome. This book looks fantastic. It's like 250 pages. It's got artwork. It's got not dialogue. It's got storyline in it, and it looks like basically think Shoddy Cast and their Elder Scrolls lore breakdown videos on YouTube is kind of the idea. From what I can tell, you know, I don't know.
They should have named it Shoddy Book.
Steal their name instead.
That would be kind of assy on a DJ moves awesome.
But so that'll be Tales of Tamriel Volume 1. That's going to be, you know, obviously they wouldn't say Volume 1 if it was the only book. So they will be releasing others. This girl right here, have you already talked to her?
Oh no, I haven't. So.
And I went ahead and tried to purchase it yesterday, but it said it was available for pre-order and there was no option to add to the cart. Checked again today, same problem. I tweeted at Elder Scrolls Online, and they got back to me, but they got back to me after I had already found that they had fixed it. So you. Well,
they didn't get back to me. I'm offended. Just kidding.
Oh yeah, you were the one who had seen it and then told me about it. Yes.
No, I just looked it up. I didn't know they got back to you. I was just like, I'm gonna try this again.
No, I'm saying yeah, you were the one.
Oh.
I didn't need them to respond. They did eventually respond, but they said to try again and refresh or whatever. We need to go.
Yeah, and it's okay. We and a few others on Twitter had a minor shit fit, thinking that it had already sold out, and not like anger shit fit, but just like sad. We want to. It looks really cool.
Yeah, and because you know, I had added it to my wish list because that was the only option available, and then when I went to the wish list, it told me that it was out of stock. Now I don't know if they just weren't planning on pre-selling it yesterday when they announced it, and they had or if it was a glitch of some kind. But it is fixed now, so I did get my pre-order in. I'm very excited about it. It looks fantastic. It looks like a, you know, it doesn't look like just a simple. It's a hardback book. It's 200-something pages with artwork and everything in there, all lore, which I assume is going to be talking about the 15 different lands of Elder Scrolls Online thus far. I don't know if they'll cover Craglorn or what. All I know is that it's called The Lands, and
it looks so good.
And here's the huge boom. This is not the first thing of this type that Elder Scrolls has released, or many other games released. And typically they're like $100-$150. You know, these little statuettes that they sell and things like that.
Yeah, you're gonna get a minimum of $80 on those.
Yeah,
things.
they're so gosh dang expensive, and a lot of them are really cool, and I really want one. But I'm not gonna spend, you know, some of those like the Moloch Ball figurine, which is awesome, $300. No, thank you.
Hey, I wish they would sell a Cadwell's pot hat.
Ooh, now that is a great idea. They should sell the Cadwell's pot hat. Are you picking up these curatives?
No, I'm killing this guy.
Oh, well, if you see the quest marker, you have to pick up these curatives for this quest. So, did you pick it up in the last building we went into?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. And it's over here.
Where?
Or it was for me, right here.
I'm coming.
Do you have,
No, I don't have
open up your quest log. Do you have 3 out of 5?
Yeah. Dinged up the quest again.
Hey, Ramph. Welcome to the stream.
Ramph caught me yawning! Finally, somebody pointed it out other than me.
So in your quest log under Deshaan, it's going to be proprietary formula.
I'm going to make that my primary.
And does it say...
Oh, I've already collected... Well, collected 3, because you...
Okay,
that's not
it's shared collection on that then. So that's good. So what was I saying?
I don't...
Oh, the book. Yes. So that's
the book.
That is the great news with this book, is it is in fact only $35.
And to be fair, I don't want to be that guy. I know that $35 isn't completely affordable to everybody.
Oh, yeah. No, but you think
it's
about it...
so reasonable compared to what places normally charge you for that.
And more so than that, I mean, it's a reasonable price. I see you picked one up because I just got credit for one. Thank you.
Yeah. I scratched my nose, and I thought you were going to say I picked my nose because Ramp called out my yawn. I got a little worried there. I was like, oh no, what's that going to look like?
Yeah, so, you know, it's not...
Wait, there's one more.
What? Oh, I already got all of them.
Oh.
You didn't get credit for that last one?
Yeah, I guess I did, didn't I? I'm sorry.
Okay, so, what I was saying is it's not even just a good price for video game memorabilia like that, which is usually heftily priced. It's actually just it's not that bad of a deal for a 250-page hardbound book with artwork in it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a decent price. So you can go on there to the Bethesda store. You can pre-order it. It should be shipping out sometime in April. And good news for me. Oh, by the way, because I forget this every time, I'm so used to Amazon Prime and I'm so used to free shipping. Just keep in mind you do have to pay $9.95 shipping for this, which I just got to get used
Where's
to.
my Bethesda Prime? I'll buy a lot of shit. Well, also, the Bethesda store has been surprisingly reasonable with their prices on most things. Yes, I know the limited figurines are always expensive, period. But, I mean, their plushies, their shirts, their hoodies, they're ridiculously well priced, even for things like any kind of band t-shirts, band hoodies. Those things run, you know, $40 to $80, especially the hoodies are usually like $60, $80. And they have constant sales, which is also nice. A lot of memorabilia stores don't do that. It makes me want to buy more shit from them. Not just because it's cheap, but I just appreciate that they're not, you know...
Gouging.
Yeah, they're not price gouging when they easily could. I mean, I'd still buy the crap.
Which makes me wonder why it's... I guess it just is expensive because the detail on those statues or those little figure whatever, you know?
They tend to be limited edition. And, you know, I mean... I don't know. I feel like people like to pay for those.
This guy's sick with the plague here.
I'll be back on my feet in no time. But what about you? Your
Wait, where are you? Oh, you're right there.
You had taken the curative yet.
Uncle,
He's
I'm not sure about
I
these
can't.
talking about the
Maulborns,
curative.
And their curative sounds too good to be true, but
curative sounds too good to be
don't
true.
worry about me.
I don't think so
Just
because
take
we're
care of
involved in
yourself.
finding that. That's not the Maulborn curative. That's our curative.
I see
You're a
Aurora has
curative.
conscripted us to these
I don't know what that meant.
He was by yesterday for a visit. I know he had others.
So I actually I was able to get the book for only $20 with shipping because I still had my $25 off from winning the Tales of the Dead 3 contest, and so
Can
I
we
was able to
slip
use
that
it
into every episode, by the way?
as many times as possible. I never win anything.
I'm happy.
I never win stuff, so I
And
still
you
get
earned it. It wasn't a draw. Also, I am more than happy to bring it up as well because by association, I'm going to pretend that I am also awesome because I am pretty proud of you for that. It's a great story.
Oh, Ramph said he's getting one of the books as well, and that their sales rock. So I wholeheartedly agree. They have some good prices for their stuff, which is why I have a Aldwin's Wall hoodie and a Ebonheart Pack banner hoodie, and
I have a Dark Brotherhood hoodie.
no, you do not.
A Dark Brother hoodie.
There you go.
Did you say no, I do not?
Yeah, because you didn't say Dark Brother hoodie.
Oh!
I was gonna say that exact thing.
Dudes being dudes.
This girl's name is Billy.
Eh.
Billy Hlan.
You haven't seen Nostrum Breva, have you? She promised to bring me.
Okay, so other than that, there was a new guild corner, and that featured a French-speaking guild, which they seem to do quite a bit of the European guilds, which I don't necessarily have a problem with. I know that there's a lot of people who had in the past complained that A, they didn't do Ebonheart Pack guilds enough, or B, they didn't, there were so many, non-English speaking guilds. My perspective on that is it's kind of nice because most games ignore any players outside of America for the most part.
Yes.
Like, they don't feature those players as much, and so I think that's kind of intentional that they're trying to make sure they give plenty of focus to our friends overseas. I mean, that's rightfully so. They should get some credit. They are players. They are as valuable as we are in this community.
They are technically humans. I air quoted, but I'm just kidding.
And for any xenophobics out there, I just want you to remember this. Deltia just recently created a character in the EU server because, his website's so huge now with guides and everything, and so it just makes sense for him to expand into the EU server.
That's a great idea, actually.
And the first thing he said was, geez, the people in the EU server are ridiculously friendly. Now, maybe that's because they recognized him, or maybe it's just because they're friendly as hell and they don't have a bunch of trolls running around being jerks to everybody. So
are people like that on the American server? I don't play as much as you, but I feel like in the US server they've been pretty friendly.
Any online game there is trolls.
No, I know, but I mean, I feel like this game has less than a lot of games.
I guess
it does, but we'll see if that expands with the Tamriel Unlimited.
Yeah, fair enough. I know that was like one of the biggest concerns.
Well, it was honestly one of the biggest.
Hey, Angwar, I wasn't even paying attention. Riding a tiger like a boss.
Oh, is he over here?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He's
Hello,
outside next.
Angwar. Welcome to the Serk.
Invite Angwar into the group because I don't know how.
I hope you brought your mask because there is a plague going around here. I'll invite him in a second. I'm just doing this quest dialogue here. So, okay, we already know about the Maulborn and their quarantine setup, so I don't really need to...
Renf makes a good point that there are a lot of trolls in zone chat.
Well, and that was...
I suppose it's true because I saw a lot of boob talk earlier.
That was one of the issues you know, early on in the first couple of weeks after launch, you know, you had a lot of these people who bought the game, and they, you know, much like, what is the name of that game website that we hate?
What?
That we hate.
Oh,
IGN. I kept thinking, you know what it was? I kept thinking
IGN.
I kept thinking QGN. I'm like, no, goddamn it, that's the Quest Gaming Network. I like them.
Oh, yeah, don't say that. We love them.
Yeah, there was a lot of people with the IGN mentality that they played in the beta and they did nothing but complain about it. They had already bought the game, and with the game purchase, you got a free month of the game. And so they stuck around for their free month and then, you know, were not resubscribing because they were haters. They didn't like it, whatever. There's a world boss over here. Let's go ahead and tackle this.
You know, everybody doesn't have to like a game. That's okay. I just don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, so
style.
That was one of the concerns with it going, you know, buy to play, was that these people who no longer at the game because they don't have a free month anymore now have unlimited free months, basically, so they can come back and hate on the game. And you see a little bit of that. I don't really listen to the zone chat anyways. Oh,
Why did I let myself die?
Because I didn't heal you. I'm sorry.
No, not. Yeah, it's still not your fault though. I could have avoided that, and I'm dumb.
I'm about to die, but I'm healing myself, so.
Heal your own sail.
Oh, I just died. He just totally just destroyed me.
Can I help?
No, I got myself up. I got slow-dins. I'll be all right. There we go.
Boy,
you know what's funny is we both died, and Ingwar's the level 7, and he did not die.
I know. I was actually just about to say, related to that, by the way. Excuse you, Ingwar, rolling into our show looking hella cool on your Sench mount.
Yeah, on his Sench mount.
Now, don't get me wrong. I have that same costume and a Sench mount that I have not tried yet. That's not the point. You look way cooler than us. And then a level 7 while we both die like complete tools.
Sky Shard.
Ingwar's just better than that.
We got a Sky Shard over here.
Coming. There we go. Let's float, guys. Let's float. Let's levitate.
Why did I bring up the EU? Oh, the guild corner. Yeah, so there was that guild corner, and I don't think there was really anything else in the news. There was a recent update to, you know, hot fixes and things like that. You know, every Monday they do a little bit of maintenance, and sometimes they'll throw in an update to fix some things.
It was baby. So it's at the end of our segment, Do's in the News.
Oh, I like that. That's what we should start calling it, Do's in the News.
I call other things Do's in the News when I want to tell you things. It's not really Do's in the News.
I was going to say,
the Tamriel Town Crier. That's
other than the Tamriel Town Crier, we're not in the news, but I do. The Do's News.
Do's News.
Do's News, I like that.
News with Do's.
New feature, Do's News. Well, it's not a new feature, just a new name for it.
Rip says Ingwar's the man of the hour, and it's so true. You the real MVP.
You the real MVP, Ingwar. This is what I like about this game, is you can have a level 7 join you, and even though, well, that, but I mean also that, well, here, for example, like, I'm trying to think of a good example, like World of Warcraft, you can't exactly, well, you can, just not quite as well as in this game. What?
Said play with people beneath you.
Yeah, pretty much. No, I mean, you can take a higher level to help out a lower level and stuff, but you know, I feel like it works better in this game. I also like the group loot, that you don't have to loot each individual corpse, you just, anything in range.
That is really
everything.
Nice.
So that's really nice, but... Okay, so I lost track of what we're doing. Oh, this is the Maulborn quarantine, so you can see here, there's definitely not a quarantine going on. There's nothing but zombies around, so this quarantine is full of crap.
They're doing fuck all here to help anybody.
Yeah, nobody likes the Maulborn now.
Yeah.
They're bad people.
They're turds, I tell you. Speaking of people not liking the game or whatever, there was a Reddit post, and honestly, I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to. They were saying something about how the update has made everything better. I think I skimmed it while I was at work.
Well, that's a huge part of you know, not a huge part of it, but that's a huge thing that people were hating on. Was I loved the game right from the start. I've loved it ever since. I've had no issue other than some minor. Oh, I leveled. You know, some minor issues with, you know, glitches or, you know, early on there was a lot of gold spammers, bots, things like that, you know.
Yeah, it didn't last long.
No, and not only that, like, other than that, the game itself I loved, and there's a lot of people that felt like, you know, the first year of this game was a paid beta testing. You know, you paid to beta test the game, basically, because, you know, and it's hard to argue with them because there's a lot of features in this game that came only with Update 6 now with the champion system and the justice system. You know, we've said before that people feel like this is how the game should have launched. And
yeah, but I mean, I've said this. Okay, I'm lagging a little bit, sorry. I've said this before, that it's not like they didn't give us a complete game. Yes, they didn't give us everything that everybody wanted right off the bat that, quote-unquote, should have been there, but really, who gets to decide that? It was still
they gave a
pretty complete game.
They gave a complete game, but as compared to what? Because the fact of the matter is, they made an MMO based on a franchise that already existed.
Yeah, there's plenty of shit to do.
Yeah, but my point is that I think their complaint is not that they didn't get a full game, they didn't get a full Elder Scrolls game, is kind of the point. That stealing stuff is, you know, I mean, think of something as simple as being able to loot any item that you see. That was not there until, like, Update 3. That came in later, you know, that was not a core mechanic of the game. That was, you know, that had to be added in later, and I think that's a huge part of what people, because you never played an Elder Scrolls game. And, you know,
sorry.
No, what my point is that when you do, little things like that, they sound so mundane and petty to be able to pick up items and to, you know, to do the justice system and be able to thieve things.
I fully understand the argument.
But, you know, it's such a staple of the Elder Scrolls games that is really a huge part of its identity.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the entire climax of my story was going to be that people were saying that the game has been great from the beginning, pretty much. And yes, it was missing stuff, but it's been great. But that was on a post today that I was going to share. But then you said all that. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
You could have let me say it and then expanded on it.
Well, that's what I was trying to do, is expand on it. That.
I had never even talked about it.
Well, I'm sorry. I read your mind sometimes.
Yeah, it is a little weird.
Anyways, well, that was kind of my point, was that. You know, hopefully that will cut back on some of the trolling with the buy-to-play, with Tamriel Unlimited being launched now, is that maybe some of these people are coming back and legitimately finding this to be the game that they wanted it to be in the first place, so they don't have all of those gripes anymore.
It's kind of a waste of time to troll in this game. I know that's what trolls are doing anyway. But...
Okay, so this is a note down in the Serk quarantine catacombs. So we see that there's zombies around the Serk quarantine, so it doesn't look like the quarantine's legit or going very well. And there's these catacombs that we came down into, and there's a note that says curative batch 6, and it reads, useless, absolutely useless. The curative isn't going to meet our mistress's demanding standards if it simply kills the person who ingests it. Well, I would say that doesn't work then. If we were trying to create a new poison, then we'd be wildly successful, but that isn't the task at hand. Reduce the amount of dried corpse blood and try again. And watch the temperature in those cauldrons. One of them was dangerously close to boiling over, and I, for one, have no desire to be drenched in a spray of boiling curative.
Sorry, Angor's cracking me up right now.
So what is he doing over here? He's dancing his,
Can you get a good shot of that?
Slaughters. Yeah, I see that.
Dancing hilariously.
So it looks like they are, in fact, not making a curative. They are making something that is actually dangerous. And
Ramp says welcome to marriage, I think, because
I read your mind thing.
Or maybe because we were grumbling about it.
Either way, yeah, that will both qualify.
Gonzi99 says, to be fair, there are certain things that you just cannot do in MMO setting that was done in the single-player games. Which is kind of what I'm saying. I get that eventually they did, but I kind of understand why they didn't roll it out.
Yeah, there are certain aspects.
It's not that I don't know that those are integral parts of the previous games. It's that they're not trying to make the previous games right off the bat. They had other shit to do.
Yeah, here's another one, Curative Batch 15. This batch of the Curative was so close to perfect, unfortunately, it was a tad too effective. The afflicted turned into violent husks far more quickly than we had hoped for. Now, see that right there? They're not trying to cure anybody. They're trying to turn people into violent husks. It just turned them into it more quickly than they wanted. So that right there tells you that the Maulborn are not, in fact, trying to cure anybody. They are trying to spread this plague.
Yeah.
Which,
is rude.
Yeah, it's evil.
Bad behavior.
So that is what the Maulborn are doing. They're actually the ones that brought the plague and are spreading it. It is what it looks like they're doing.
Incidentally, my other question is, would people rather have just waited until this April?
That is an excellent question.
Is that bitchy?
If you had the choice to play this whole time and enjoy the game that it was, or just wait without the game and then have this released and this be the launch? What if Tamriel Unlimited was the launch of the game?
Maulborn is spreading the plague.
You would have been waiting. I know it's kind of a shit question. I know that those are kind of false choices in a way, but I feel like that's the reality of it. I'm not trying to say it to be a jerk. So yeah, I mean, I do kind of wonder.
Well, ask the console people. Look at them. They're all. And to be fair, that's a little bit different because they're waiting for a game that is in fact released. On the PC, so that's a little bit different. But look how furious they are at how long it's taken for them to be able to play the game. They want to play it now. I'm sure if you ask the console people, they would be happy to have played the pre-update 1 game that was at launch if they could have been playing the game this whole time. I'm sure that's a sacrifice they'd be willing to make.
FYI, I clicked through and accidentally clicked the first one, but you can do whatever.
Oh, it's okay.
There were options and I derped. Sorry. I clicked through real fast on here.
I don't want to become one of them.
Ramph has been happy since day one. Gonzi99 was happy to start when they did back at launch.
It's Goonsy, by
Yeah,
the way.
I'm with you guys. What?
It's Goonsy.
Gonzi. I keep saying Gonzi because I'm thinking of Gonzo
Get him out of here.
from
Are you a Muppet of a man?
I love the Muppets. Can we get like a random Muppet egg in this game? Is that's I know that's a stupid idea.
Your option was to let him die.
Oh.
By his own choice, though, because he didn't want to turn into the husk, and the other option was we could still have time to save you, but I chose option 1 because you did.
I do apologize.
her
What would you
sister-
have chosen if I didn't fuck it up?
I don't know, because sometimes you say we can still save you, and then it leads to the same result anyways. I don't know.
Yes.
Or like he turns into a husk, and then you have to kill him. You know, and then it's like, well, we would have been... You know, sometimes I wish there was a rewind feature, because it turns out the decision you made led to something different than you thought it was going to.
Or you're dumb
But-
and you clicked really fast.
His
without-
sister, who by the way just dodge rolled by me. I don't know why she did a dodge roll on her way
That's
out.
awesome.
But she was pissed off that I explained. No, he said he wanted to die. Look, he's not even dying. I don't think. I don't know. Anyways, she was all pissed off, and then I explained, well, that's what he wanted. He didn't want to turn into a husk thing or whatever. And she's like, stop making sense.
Goonzol99 says I can call them whatever I want, so I'm going to try to change it every time.
Gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola98.
That's
There's numbers that help me mess with it.
here's a plague husk
I'm in a
scent.
fight because I went this way.
So we need to use the scent
Disoriented.
to
That's-
avoid plague husks. So now they're not hostile, so
Shit.
don't attack them.
Yeah, I didn't mean to.
Did you attack them?
Yeah, I'm fighting with some peeps.
Where the heck are you? I thought that was you, but that's Ingwar. Where are you?
I'm over here getting disoriented by these assholes.
You're nowhere near me.
No, I know, because I followed the crown direction and I didn't know that was a dead end because I wasn't looking at the map like I
No,
should
turn
have been.
just hold on right there. I'm coming to you.
I'm good now.
It wouldn't be an episode of Do's and Tamriel if this didn't happen.
If I didn't get lost and you didn't stand still for a long, long time. Have you done that yet?
Yes, I did earlier. Remember? You were like, "Oh, you're on a load screen." I'm like, "No, I just got on the load screen. That was not."
Oh.
Oh my God, these are all hostile.
Yes, they are.
Thankfully
Just
not
like
hostile
me.
to us.
I'm
Good
hostile.
Lord. Okay, we got to put the plague husk stuff on again.
You got a problem with hostility? Do you?
Okay, there we go.
The sense, the thing.
Wait, they're still red though. I think we gotta wait for. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna get past these plague husks.
There we go. Plague husk scent. Husk scent. Huskity, huskity. There, take the freaking thing.
Are they yellow? Because if they're yellow, you're
Yeah.
good. Okay. Now we
I
have to
would-
destroy the plague stockpile. So here's the plague that the Maulborn have been releasing.
Okay, I got stuck between these zombies that look like they're eating a dead body. I'm not really sure what was going on just now. It looked a little bit, looked a little Walking Dead.
Jogging dead.
Walking Dead.
Maulborn research. And we're burning their research. I was going to read it, but apparently it was to burn it, not to actually read it. And I need to find a lore book for today, too. So, you know what? Speaking of my lore book readings in the game, when I get that, when I get the Tales of Tamriel Volume 1, I'll probably read a couple of bits from there as well.
Oh yeah, Ramph was saying we should do reading nights when that place opens up. Which
Oh, yeah,
sucks
yeah.
to be all you non-locals, but
I
that
almost
would
went the wrong way, because if you go back that way, all those husks that we walked past are now hostile.
Oh.
But there's a door right here back out.
Oh, to the Serk.
Yeah, so we can just go right back out. That's nice.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Ba-doop-a-doo.
And we're actually we've been playing on our other characters as well, which are a little bit further ahead than these, which is kind of perfect because when we play those, we'll be just a few steps ahead, and it kind of it makes it more of a refresher when we play on Do's and Tamriel. So that way we have a little bit better insight as to what's going on and things like that.
I get less confused. I still get lost all the time. Y'all know that. Oh, I have a Do's news.
Oh yeah, what's your?
It's completely irrelevant to everything and no one cares, but I want to say it anyway. You guys, all the time I say how I don't know how to play video games or anything, but I've been playing Sherlock Holmes: Crimes and Punishment, and
better than I did too.
Yeah, well, that's because
you only got stuck once. I got stuck like 7 times.
Yeah, and that was more understanding an issue of a game that's just frankly not developed with a ton of money.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it wasn't too bad once you helped me figure out what I had missed. But yeah, I got through 2 mysteries, and I'm probably gonna do another one tonight because I feel really proud of myself that I haven't totally botched it and gotten pissed and quit 5 minutes in like I used to with games. So now I'm almost a gamer, or half a gamer. I'm a gam. I'm a
gam. Yes, their plans are to go beyond Serk, but Serk is safe for now, so we saved Serk, and we got a plague mask, so that's good.
Bloody Trail wants to know if Ebonheart Pact is good PvP and PvE wise. Andrew, that's a you. And I leveled.
Yes.
Hello.
PvE, I don't know. Yeah, any faction is good for PvE. PvP, the Ebonheart have been pretty dominant. They don't have the most numbers. DC has the least numbers, and they're always behind. Aldmeri Dominion has the most numbers, but EP usually has the the most organized groups in Cyrodiil because it's it's massive PvP, it's massive player-based PvP. That's why it's actually alliance versus alliance more than player versus player because it's more groups of people running into groups of people. And Ebonheart Pact has typically but I haven't done PvP in a couple of months, so that might have shifted. But for a while, the Ebonheart was really dominating in Cyrodiil, and with less people, they would go in and get more done with less people than the Aldmeri Dominion had. I am a biased opinion though because blood for the Pact, so it doesn't matter what the true answer is. You want to be Ebonheart Pact, period.
It's true.
Yes. Aside from the stupid Dark Elves, the Ebonheart Pact is the greatest.
And War said any faction will be good, and Bloody Trail used an emoticon that looks to me like David Duchovny. I don't think it's David Duchovny, but it looks like him.
That probably is David Duchovny.
The emotes on Twitch are, frankly, very odd.
Yes, but you can also
amazing.
have custom ones, and that very well may be David Duchovny.
I hope it's... Is that David Duchovny? Because I hope so. My brother, Nick, who donated to the rest of the Kickstarter, shout out to Nick again. Attitude. Sassy to my little brother who I have to pick on. Because even though he's, like, almost 23, I still have to pick on him. But, yeah, he's a David Duchovny guy. Remember that time that he kept sending us, like, texting us David Duchovny pictures while we're sitting right next to him in Woodstock?
Yeah, and then it spawned into different I had taken
and then we did too. Oh, yeah, and then there were different Davids, like the guy who played Ross on Friends.
Yeah, I texted David Schwimmer. And then,
yeah, David Schwimmer.
And then the Star of David, and it just kind of went from there.
Which name is worse, David Schwimmer or Ross? I really hope our coworker whose boyfriend is a Ross doesn't hear this. I don't think she listens.
We need to get this chick some more additives for her healing stuff, for her potions. So we need to get healing herbs, sour milk tea, and dragon scale mushrooms.
I have a quest marker, but I can't talk to anybody. What's going on?
Are you in the building with me here?
Yeah, I'm here.
It's over here.
It's over where?
She was standing right at this alchemy table.
Oh!
It's not as bad as me. I literally walked out of the building and then was like, wait, the quest marker's in that building that I just left.
If my loud sigh at myself wasn't audible, I loud sighed.
You're gonna love this. Bill Nye's lover has just entered our chat and said, "Do you believe in Bill Nye?" I can tell you, we absolutely believe in Bill Nye.
Bill Nye is
He's a hero.
Yeah, he and Mr. Rogers are both like gods among men, although Mr. Rogers is gone now, rest in peace, but I know they're very different.
Mr. Rogers will never be gone. He will live eternally in our hearts.
What if they had a show together?
Oh boy, Bill Nye and Mr. Rogers.
Wait. And it was in conjunction with Reading Rainbow. And
oh, yes. What is that guy's name that was on...
From Reading Rainbow, LeVar Burton?
LeVar Burton, thank you.
Can you imagine that combination? I don't... Oh, wow. My mind is blown.
And the late Leonard Nimoy. Throw him in there, why not?
Bill Nye agrees that Ebonheart Pact is love, and I agree. And your name is Bloody Trail.
Well,
you can leave a bloody trail for the Pact.
I can break down why the Ebonheart Pact is the best.
Get it?
What?
Their name is Bloody Trail, so I said they can leave a bloody trail for the Pact.
Oh, there you go. Blood for the Pact.
There you go. I'm sorry, I know it's a stupid joke.
Well, I might have
we're gonna try and get some Kind's Heart from...
Kind's Heart. Do I have to buy, or...?
No, it's actually, he looks like he's just gonna give it to us because he's nice. How nice.
Oh, and he can't... Oh, duh, I didn't see the question. Well, thank you.
Yeah, and then...
What a nice dark elf.
There's a quest marker up here to get some
dark
sour
elf.
milk tea. But, you know what? It's not even in this building. I'm getting sick of that. I don't know if this is a bug or not, but I've seen a lot of quests over the past couple of months that are not in the building I'm in, but the quest marker shows it as though it is in the building. And I don't know why. Like, normally it would show the quest marker on the door with the little doorway marker, and it hasn't been doing that, and it's making things a little confusing sometimes.
You need to know something.
Yes.
First of all, Bloody Trail said, tell Angwar there can only be one, and I said yes off with his head. More importantly, apparently my brother is watching the stream because he just texted me David by Michelangelo.
That's a good one.
Yes, I think we might have used that when we did this, but it's been a while. Evidently, hi Nick, shout out, and I'm gonna text you some Davids later. It's on. It's fucking on.
We can make that a whole thing with our fans.
I know, you guys tweet us some Davids.
Yeah.
Especially hilarious David Duchovny pictures.
Yes.
Especially David Duchovny on
You know what's
Twin
funny? I just had to do a factory reset on my phone because the new update, it was having battery life issues, and the only resolution was to do a factory reset.
Yeah, it sucked.
And so I had my pictures all in there, you know, and I was setting everything back up after doing the factory reset. What do I find? A half-naked David Duchovny from your brother that had texted me it.
Yeah, because we were saving them and then like downloading them to our phones and then trying to text them to each other. That's hilarious.
Okay, so I got the
There are
dragon
some
scale mushrooms.
hilarious David Duchovny pictures that are clearly a joke where he does kind of like the glamour shots thing. And they're great. I'm right behind you. I'm in this building here. Grab
your quest, and then I'll hang on here for a second.
You don't have to wait.
No, it's fine.
I don't give a shit.
You know what? This the quest says talk to Nilyne, Nilyne. It kind of looks like Nye from Bill Nye.
Bill Nye. Wait, I think I missed one.
If you take out the ILN.
Bye, Angwar. Angwar's gonna go do some leveling. Thank you for joining us.
Yes,
that was fun.
Yes.
Thanks for outshining us by looking fucking cool.
Yes, and get yourself up to level 16 so that you'll YOLO. Sorry. So you'll be equal to our level.
Maybe Angwar. Get on my level, Angwar. Maybe Angwar can be a guest on the show.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Wow, oh, God, it was driving me nuts. I kept getting a quest marker in this building. I thought I'd gotten them all. I'm like, okay, I'm missing one. I went in a couple of times. Now it says talk to Nilyne.
Okay, so we got her the ingredients, but now we have to actually combine the ingredients for her.
This guy's name is Qzon Moss.
And there's the alchemist Nilyne's notes right here. So the Llodos Plague is a damn complex concoction. I'm not sure I have the skill and experience to totally counteract its properties, but I have an idea for how to suppress and slow the pace of the disease. So there's no cure, but she can slow it. It will require a number of rare and exotic ingredients to pull this off, though. An alchemical concoction such as this, I'm imagining, doesn't like to be subjected to high heat. It's too volatile. It needs to be allowed to steep and brew. Therefore, an adjustment of 1/4 flame should suffice to get the alembic to the proper temperature. First, I'll need a good amount of Kind's Heart. These healing herbs are prized for their powerful medicinal properties, which makes them hard to come by and extremely expensive.
Oh, crap, I just stole shit out of this basket.
I was going to tell you to be careful about that. I'm certain the innkeeper at the Brooding Elf keeps an emergency supply to sell for profit. I wish I would have read that beforehand, but thankfully I had a quest marker.
Hey, you want to do me a solid? Tell me what order to do this shit in while you look at that. So I'm gonna adjust the flame to a quarter height.
Wait, what?
Tell me the order to add these things in.
Listen to what I'm reading. It says,
yeah, no, I was, but I missed...
First, you'll need a good amount of Kind's Heart.
Okay, I'm adding that
Then
now.
I need something to bind it all together and hide the foul taste of the bitter herbs. Something like sour milk tea.
Got it!
Gel Flan was known to imbibe this stuff from time to time. I must admit that I have a fondness for the beverage myself. It sounds disgusting, but okay.
Yeah, sour milk.
Sour milk tea, huh? Usually with a splash of grief to give it a bit of a kick. It's not grief like G-R-I-E-F, it's G-R-E-E-F. I don't know what that is.
No, thank you for reading it. Then I didn't have to go back and forth. I have a terrible memory.
Finally, I'll need something that adds a touch of magic. Dragon scale mushrooms would fit the bill nicely. If I recall correctly, old Sorrel Tatus has had a taste for exotic mushrooms. There might still be some hidden in his house, unless those Argonian ruffians ransacked his place after he entered the quarantine. Yeah, figures. Dark Elf hates the Argonians for no reason. So, adjust the flame to 1/4 height. Add the Kind's Heart, the sour milk tea, and the dragon scale mushrooms, and take the completed potion over to Nalene Halor. There you go.
You will appreciate this. One, Bloody Trail wants you to explain the Ebonheart Pact greatness, which is my bad because I'm sure I interrupted you at some point.
Yes, because I was actually saying that I could explain in very quickly why the Ebonheart is the greatest.
I don't know if you can do it quickly.
Yes, I can.
Just kidding. Okay,
go look on YouTube and see if you can find a Elder Scrolls song by Maluka for the Daggerfall Covenant or the Aldmeri Dominion. Because it doesn't exist. See, there's one for Elder Scrolls Online, and I forget what that's called, but it's about the Dark Anchors and everything, which is just game-wide. It's just about the game in general with the Molag Bal and everything. And then she has another song, and it's called Three Hearts is One, and it is all about the Ebonheart Pact. Listen to it. It's fantastic, and the Daggerfall Covenant and the Aldmeri Dominion, as far as I know, don't have one, at least not
so
on
your
YouTube.
point is that people made a song about it?
It's an official song. It's a tavern song. Maluka
So your point is that there's an official song about it?
Maluka did some of the, at least some, I don't know if it was some or all, but at least some of the tavern songs.
I feel like that's the
Or at
least
least she
convincing
performed-
song, the least convincing reason ever.
Actually, Zenimax may have done the songs and then she just covered them. I'm not 100% on how that went down, but...
I feel like you could be more convincing with the Ebonheart Pact.
Well, the song itself is the convincing part because it tells the story of the Ebonheart Pact, how
Oh,
they were
that's right.
invaded by the Akaviri, and then they joined forces to combat them and everything. And actually, I don't mind the I don't mind the Daggerfall Covenant areas, but I don't like the Daggerfall Covenant itself.
Read the other thing that they said in the chat. You'll approve.
Yes, I saw that earlier, and I can't stand the Dark Elves.
That Dark Elves, for those listening,
They look. I'm sorry.
they look like drug addicts.
Yes, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Don't apologize. I was
I'm
just
no good at this thing.
one of us can read it. We are both literate individuals. Yes, Dark Elves do look like drug addicts. They've got freaky eyes and things.
Okay, so this guy, let's see, it looks like we've saved Serk, we've saved that guy in that house.
We're fucking heroes. This guy's walking by with a quest.
Even Narcissus is in danger, so it looks like next on the list is Narcissus.
Narcissus.
So, I think that is a good place to wrap things up here for the day.
Like a present.
Looks like next we will be heading down to Narcissus, where the Maulborn have continued to spread the plague. And that's where we will pick up next week. So, let me see where I'm at here. And, oh, you know what? One last thing before we finish up.
Oh, did you get a lore book?
That's what I just saw
Oh,
is right here
sorry.
in the Brooding Elf Inn. I'm going to
Really
go into
killed
the
that,
Brooding
huh?
Elf Inn in the Serk. And I see a lore book right over here. I don't know if it's upstairs or downstairs. It looks like it's downstairs. Here it is. The Living Gods. That should be a good one. So
All right.
here is a reading of The Living Gods by Dorilus the Theologian. God damn it, that word. Theologian.
When I'm in your view.
You need to move a little bit to your right.
Am I right?
No, I'm sorry, to your left then.
No
On my
problem.
screen, you were facing the other direction. So keep moving over towards that table. You see that table next to you? With the circular table with the chairs around it?
Can I climb on the table? That would be cool.
Not that table, the one next to that table.
Oh, the circular table with the chairs around it. This one?
Yeah, now stand to the chair that's closest to me. Just stand right next to it, and you'll be right in my view. There you go. Yes, a little bit further towards the chair.
Okay.
And there you go. That's, no, to the back of the chair. Like, stand next to the back of the chair like you're using it to Heimlich yourself.
As easy as it sounds.
There you go. Okay, you're good. So this is The Living Gods by Dorilus the Theologian. No other religion in all of Nirn can claim what the Dark Elves know as absolute truth. Their gods rule over them and walk among them, as real and as present as any other resident of Morrowind. From their seat of power in Mournhold's tribunal temple, the living gods of the tribunal guard and counsel their people. When necessary, they punish sin and error, but they also share their bounty with the greatest and least among us, each according to their needs. But who are the living gods? They are powerful dark elves who achieve divine status through superhuman discipline and virtue, and supernatural wisdom and insight. As the three god kings of Morrowind, they form the divine leadership of the Dunmer nation. The three, Lord, Mother, and Wizard, are described below. Now here, you're going to hear about what we hate the living gods. Now, do you remember the living gods before I continue this reading?
Yes, and everybody... Dark Elves are such friggin' narcissists.
Yes, they are, and you're going to hear more about these living gods here. Vivek, you remember Vivek's antlers where we saved the coral heart and lost it later, but Vivek, the warrior poet god and master of Morrowind, is perhaps the most popular of the three. He also tends to be the most public, and the people love him. His visage appears both beautiful and bloody at the same time, and he has made violence into an art form. Vivek, the warrior poet, has darker aspects associated with primitive, ruthless impulses such as lust and murder. Almalexia, boo, Almalexia, also known as Mother Morrowind, is the patron of healers and teachers. She is the healing mother, the source of compassion and sympathy, the protector of the poor and the weak. Almalexia embodies the best of Dunmeri culture and purpose. She exemplifies mercy, and her wisdom guides the Dark Elves in all their daily affairs. She sounds good, but she's so full of herself I can't like her.
I'll get to it in a minute.
Sothasil, god of the world mechanism, is the least known and most hidden of the tribunal gods. Sometimes referred to as the mystery of Morrowind, he is a magus, and the patron of artificers and wizards, perhaps the mightiest wizard in the land and certainly the wisest. He is considered to be the light of knowledge and the inspiration behind craft and sorcery. Together, the living gods are the pillars of the tribunal temple. They represent the power and discipline of the Dunmeri people and rule with a combination of compassion and strict adherence to law and protocol. That is an excellent breakdown of the living gods, the leaders of the tribunal. That's we've been going through Stonefalls and now Deshaan, which is all very much so the dark elf areas. And so that's kind of some insight. I still hate them. That just kind of told me why you are not living gods. You're just full of yourself. You couldn't defeat Molag Bal, but I could. So does that make me a living god? No, it doesn't, because you're not a living god. You're just powerful. So I don't like that. They're very full of themselves. I don't like dark elves, but that is a fantastic lore book to read to kind of give a breakdown of who the three living gods are, what their purposes are, what their personalities are. And here's a Maulborn manifesto.
Real quick, before you head off, I want you to take a good hard look at what I was doing behind you.
I saw you were eating a turkey leg.
No, my point is in the stream, the cat totally covered it, so I want everybody else to take a good hard look. A good hard look at me pigging out. Okay, now. I had also done Knocked Down, which is, can you look at me?
Yeah.
It's quite comical. Look at me.
You can do slash faint. That's a little bit.
Slash what?
It's a little bit more.
I kind of like Knockdown.
So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play my lute here in the tavern that we're in.
And I'm going to eat. Maybe.
And I'm actually going to turn the game sound up a little bit so that we can hear the lute.
I'm going to eat this leg.
There we go. And so while we do that, what are your final thoughts?
I wish we didn't end on an Almalexia note, because there is no character in this game so far that pisses me off as much as her. She's freaking irritating.
She really is.
That shitty attitude.
That book really,
All she does is fucking float, you guys, and then talk about herself. I don't even have proof that she does anything good.
Oh, and she hates
She
she,
just-
she hates people that use levitation spells because she's the only one who should be
You
able to
told me
levitate.
that was hilarious. Sorry,
Sorry, I didn't interrupt your final thoughts.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna interrupt your final thoughts probably
You
because
always do.
sometimes you give me more final thoughts. Also, I want to both shout out thanks and also apologize to my brother Nick, who evidently listened to this or is listening.
And that was the sound of our Khajiit's bell on his collar.
No, that's Sissy playing with the ball.
Oh, that's the other Khajiit playing
Yeah.
with a ball.
Sissy made an appearance on video. Maybe I'll find what time it shows up once we upload the YouTube video, and you guys can see Sissy the Khajiit because she's worth.
She
She's
is
worth.
adorable.
She's extremely cute. She's got gigantic eyes and scary claws, and she's weird. There was another final thought. Well, I'm glad that we're in the Town Crier again. I still get excited every time. And I think I am most excited for that book that is coming out. The actual book, not like a lore book that Drew's going to read, but like the book that they're releasing in the Bethesda store. Go pre-order it. Who knows if they're going to sell out for real or have another glitch.
Get it while you can.
Yeah, get it while you
it's
can.
hot off the presses.
I wanted to say it looks so nice being hardcover, having colors.
I'm gonna laugh if you get it and it's like 3x5. It's a
I want
tiny,
some
tiny
shitty
little book.
flip book. Well, the thing that looks so great about it, although you might be correct, is that it looks like a really nice coffee table book. And if I wasn't such a sloppy fuck who eats on the couch every day and at the coffee table and I would get food all over it, I would totally put it on our coffee table on display. But instead it's just going to go on the bookshelf probably. That's my final thoughts. I'm a slob. At least I'm not eating in bed. I used to do that a lot. Okay, bye.
Well, my final thoughts are this was fun. Thank you to Ingvar for coming to join us. I encourage anybody who is listening live, feel free. If you have an Ebonheart character around our level, or as Ingvar proved, even half of our level, you should still be able to survive a world boss while both of us die. So that's always a lot of fun when somebody jumps into the game and comes to where we're at and follows along. That's that always kind of makes my day to see people involved with our show to that extent. The interactivity is great, and thank you to the chat room as well. Having people in the chat room always helps enhance the show as well.
Thank you, Goonzizzle94.
Yes, and
They said thanks for the stream, so
just to
one more time.
repeat what you were saying, that I'm excited that we're in the Tamriel Town Crier again. That's always gives a huge boost to our viewers, and because they post our YouTube video, they embed it. And in fact, the Cooking with Dews in Tamriel, where we made the mulled wine, was on the last Tamriel Town Crier, and it had over 500 views on it, which I've never had a video on YouTube with more than 10 views, so that's exciting.
I was drunks.
And I'm very excited for the Tales of Tamriel Volume 1. Almost as excited as I always am for the actual Tales of Tamriel podcast. So they, maybe should have thought about that name. I don't know.
I know, what the hell?
Oh, and one final one final thought here, because I had mentioned it before. ESORP is going to have, excuse me if I screw up who's going to be on. It's going to be Jessica Folsom, I believe, from the one of the community managers, as well as the lore master himself, Lawrence Schick, is going to be on their show. And I just saw this.
I'm so proud.
Yeah, if that couldn't be any more awesome, it does get more awesome.
What?
Knight's Night had posted on Twitter today part of a response from Jessica Folsom explaining that Lawrence Schick will be part of a Q&A and will not be allowed to answer questions without doing it in character. So Lawrence Schick...
I missed that! What the hell?
Lawrence Schick is going to be on ESORP in character answering, doing a Q&A, much like the Lore Masters Archive. That is how he's going to do it, and yes, and if it makes
I'm so
sense.
excited! That's awesome!
Yeah, it makes sense because that is, it's a RP show, and he's the lore master, and I cannot wait. I mean, some of these people are phenomenal. They just did, in the RP community, they just did an event, the Assault on Kraganmore, where the Ashlanders were, I don't know the exact storyline. It was basically the Ashlanders versus the normal Dark Elves or whatever, I think. And I saw some of the screenshots. They literally had a cavalry of guar mounts, of people on their guar mounts.
That was amazing.
Lined up. It was like 10 people wide and 3 deep, and it was just like a cavalry of guar mounts. It was awesome. And so, it's amazing what the role-playing community does in this game. And
I wish I didn't suck at these things.
Yeah, and these are people that know the lore very well. Especially some of the best role players. I mean, they know the lore like the back of their hand, but none of them know the lore like I would imagine Lawrence Schick knows the lore. Because Lawrence Schick knows what kind of pantaloons you wear to a wedding is the type of depth that he has in his
Sucks
lore
that you have
knowledge.
to wear pants for this.
There was a couple of episodes ago of ESO Live. They had a guy on who he listed off a couple of the funniest questions that he's asked Lawrence Schick because he was
Awesome.
he always goes to him with random questions to ask, and I think that was actually one of them. What kind of pantaloons do you wear to such and such event or whatever, to a funeral or something like that. And if you can, check it out, because I forget what the question was, but Lawrence Schick said that was the weirdest question he's ever been asked about Elder Scrolls lore.
They almost threw him. Can I just add, I don't know if I'm more excited to actually listen and see that, or if I'm more excited just for Knights in general, because Knights is so awesome and he deserves to have super cool guests. Like, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So
Yeah,
I'm very
I'm
excited
so
about
proud
that.
of Knights did a drunk episode with us. That makes me feel like a fucking celebrity, you guys. And then Ray was on our show one time, and Ray got people in the chat. That makes me feel like a celebrity.
Yeah, we should have.
We know cool people.
We need to have all of these people back on. We will in the future.
We will.
In the
Yeah.
future, yes.
For sure.
So.
And others. And Ramph. I want Ramph to be on the show.
Yeah, we can have Ramph on the show as well. That'd be a lot of fun.
And you know what? Goon Zizzle never said they wanted to be on the show, but I just want to say their name in a lot of different ways.
Okay, so I guess that pretty much does it for my final thoughts. So, if you would like to reach us, you can find us on Twitter at Doos and Tamriel. Individually, I am at Scarydrew86.
I am at _burials.
You can find us in the game. I am at Scarydrew.
I am at Scarydoo.
You can also email us on Gmail. It is doosandtamriel@gmail.com. We post the videos to YouTube. That is youtube.com/doosandtamriel to find our channel. And we also post it in audio-only podcast form, which you can find on Podomatic, Beyond Pod, iTunes, and Stitcher Radio. So I think that just about... Oh, and of course, we live stream every Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for Pacific. And so you can find us at twitch.tv/doosandtamriel. Come join us live. Come check us out. Come join us in game like Ingvar did, and you will have a lot of fun, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
So that just about does it. Thank you to the chat for joining us, and thank you, Do, for a wonderful time as always.
Oh, thank you. I like you.
And that, I guess that's it. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for coming.
Later, Goonozzle.
Gorgonzola.
Goonsy. I know, I'm gonna beat this joke to death. I am sorry. Is the stream off? Is it over? Is it goonsed? Did you goons it? Did you goonozzle it? Is the horse dead?
The horse is dead.
Is it really?
No.
Nah, you got me. Is the stream off now?